Cheers, bro. Oh shit. My step comes to 12. What's good? Janity and cheers. That's on my computer. Okay, relax.
My bad. Cheers, Grumpy. Oh, what's going on, Camino? Cheers. I'm just trying to let this ride.
In my polo, wait until they see me in my polo. Mix our song with the adobo. And when I hit the thrift store, nigga. Oh, why there's a delay? Come on, like polo. Just wait until they see me in my polo. Wait until they see what's in my polo. Mommy served the plate arroz con pollo. Papi thinks I'm Scottish, holla boy, yo. Yeah. Throw the things that think is a steak and look at the slow. I'm larger than Wales, so now they calling me more. Yo, bug out. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. Whatever. I got the Cannatrol. I just popped the box. Why I hear echoes? I don't like that. Hold up. Let me go fix that. I don't like that. Woo! I ain't getting nothing else. Relax. All right, relax. Hold on.
Mic check 1 2 12. Let me stop this horse shit. Bye, Felicia. All right. Oh shit. What's good, everybody? Janet T. Ellen, cheers. Uncle Lad, what's really good? Hold on, let me I don't have the other one. Damn, I just closed it. I'll give wrenches later. I'll hook it up. I swear to God. Um, yeah, I'm opening the Cannatrol because damn, I don't want to be loud. I'm right next to. I'm on the first floor. Yeah, Harvest Day soon come. 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'm gonna chop these bitches down. So I want to have everything primed and ready. So I just cracked the box open. I figured I'd do it, plug it in on the live. So I'm gonna go over there and do that. What's good, 906? Yo, I put the link if anybody want to punch in, you know. But I'm chilling. I'm probably not gonna be able to pay attention. Um, I should. Oh, Grumpy, Janet T. Ennan, King Nino, Miss Catherine. Cheers. Sleeves. What's really good, Uncle Lad? Uncle Lad. I gotta. Oh, hold up. I gotta open this motherfucking YouTube because you can't be the only one here without a wrench. That's fucking crazy talk. Hold up. I'm savvy enough to do this. I could do this. I know things. Um, Vamonos. All right. In theory, I would go to the video that's open right now. Okay. All right. Stop talking. Shh. Mute that. Yeah, and then I would go here. Can I hit it? Can I do it? Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. I think that's it. Oh, Sammy Live, cheers. Sammy Love, my bad. I'm blind without my glasses. I'll just call you Sammy. It was really good. Um, yeah, we get it. You get a wrench, you get a wrench, everybody gets a fucking wrench. But that's it. I'm probably not gonna give no more wrenches. Because I'm walking away now. But damn, I can't add any. I shouldn't have done. I won't say I'm stupid because self-talk is important. I did a dummy move because if anybody punches in, I can't bring them up. I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna be over there. Adi. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I guess as I go along. Yeah, one love to everybody, man. Everybody, salute to every single one of y'all, man. I hope you're having a great night. Yeah, I'm trying to do this because harvest time. So let's do it. Let's do it. All right. I should probably. Can I mute?
Yo, yo, damn. See, I shouldn't. Oh no, I know I hear echo. I'm stupid because it's coming out the computer again. Self-talk is important. No, I'm not stupid. I'm just not technically savvy. I'm like, why am I hearing an echo? Because the fucking computer's on. All right, bet. So let me plug it in first, right? And we can see the lights turn on. Look, bug out. They sent stickers. There was four stickers in the box. Four stickers, right? For fucking $1,700 or whatever it costs. A little stylus, a little pen thing, which I don't know what I could possibly need that for. Well, anyway, whatever. I guess you got to use a stylus on the screen, not your finger. But they got these. Look, let the people grow. That's kind of dope. And the innovation, just probably a company sticker. It's a good machine, but this is dope. I like the colors on it. Little Cannatrol sticker, and they got dude. That fucking echo is gonna get annoying quick. They got friends don't let friends burp jars. It's kind of dope, right? I like it. I don't know if I want to taint my box though with it, but yeah, I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want to stick things on it because I'm thinking like if I was ever to sell it, you can't sell it with stickers and shit. But why am I thinking like that? You know what I mean? This is an investment like forever. Till it fucking breaks, right? Till the wheels fall off. Yeah, I'll put stickers of the community. That's what's up. The next sticker I get, matter of fact, I got stickers already. You can set it off with the stickers I got. I'll go with the flow. Whatever. I got stickers, so we could put the stickers I got. We'll start then. I was gonna say the next sticker I get in the mail, I'll start with that one. But I think I have a few. I certainly have some. Gotta look. Probably Ogo. I got Ogo stickers. It came with that stuff. I did a thing for that too, like a unboxing, but it was alive. So I don't know if it really got around. I don't know. But let me plug it in. Let me see. If the plug is weird, bug out. It's under, like it's not immediately where you can see. It's under here, right? So I don't know. I don't know what shape. I don't want to just go poking around. So I'm gonna kind of tilt the machine to see. Matter of fact, let's open the door. Let me open the door because I have a feeling the the shelves and stuff might not be, motherfucker. I try to tip the machine, you'll hear clink, 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 I don't want to break nothing. I don't want any break. Maybe I should put on some shorts because I'm in my underwear. I'm in my boxer briefs, and that's probably not it. But look, I got a pair of polo sportsmen, actually. You know, Ralph Lauren quality. I love it. I'm a Ralph Lauren enthusiast. I don't know if you've noticed. I kind of traded one addiction for another. I'm a fucking crazy person. Yeah, I kind of really, really like polo. I love it. Who don't like to look nice? It feels good. Like even when I'm around the house, I match to my socks and shit. Like I just like to feel good. Like you know what I mean? If I have a stroke in my kitchen, the ambulance is gonna really be like, damn, this motherfucker could dress. You know what I mean? Dude, when I went through the window when I was 19, um, I kind of went through the window. That's why if you notice when my eyes, there's like a scar that goes, I look like a little Chinese or whatever. That's 180 stitches through both eyes. But here you can see they had to skin graft. They had to fill a hole in my face. You know the cartoons when you get hit with a pan and you see the shape of your face in the pan? That was the window. Like I remember looking at it and be like, that's the shape of my head. All in milliseconds thinking this. And I said, wow, I should be bleeding if I went through the glass and back through. And the minute I thought it, I felt heat coming down my face. And I just, I couldn't see no more. It was blood coming down my fucking face. They said that my glasses saved my eyes. By God. I don't know. I guess the glass of the window would have went in my eyes, but because I was wearing glasses, it didn't. It's weird, but thank God. Thank the universe for small favors, right? All right, bet. Let's put on. Stop talking shit and put on your fucking pants, Adi. How about that? Yeah, I'm gonna set up the tent too. The 3x3 that I do the hanging with, because I want to do a comparison. I got a lot of hella jelly. I could hang one at 60 or 55 and 63 or thereabouts. Like get it as close as I can. Um, and then compare. See what's really better. If it's this or the original way, blah blah blah. Because I've done it 3 times already. No, this is the 5th time I've harvested something, but this is the fourth photo period. The first one, I feel like, I won't say failed. All right, that's a bad way to say it, but it smelled like hay. Like I didn't finish the job. Like I didn't really close the deal. There was one of them that didn't smell bad, and it was 80 grams, that one plant. And Jackie loves it. She can't wait for me to fucking grow the other 7 seeds. But collectively, I didn't win. I didn't feel like I won. That second run, all right, it's a long story, but this is why I don't count that run, because I only fed it once a week, and it was in cocoa, right? I had overwatered the cups, so by the time the I up potted to and then it fixed itself. It wasn't mongo no more, and I could feed it again. I only fed it 4 gallons of water once a week. I did IPM, I did everything I was supposed to do, but yeah, I didn't really feed it the way I should, and I still got 220 grams from a 260-watt light. It was like, I'm like, wow. Imagine if I tried, like if I really fed it every day and whatever. So that's why I did it feminized, because I knew I would be in control of the veg. I just felt like auto flower was exactly that, automatic, like auto. When I started on Reddit, they were people were like, "Oh, I would never do an auto my first run," and I'm like, "Oh, did I choose wrong? I picked auto because I thought it'd be easy." Yeah, it is. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. Once you wet it, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. So that's what I learned with auto, and it's the only one I've ever done, and it was pretty easy. Like I said, I didn't do much. Um, but the second one on day 5 of 60 and 60, 55 and 63, because on one the AC makes the 3x3 55 degrees. Um, it was about day 5 of the dry that I didn't smell hay anymore. I didn't smell green. I didn't smell anything but citrus, which is weird because it didn't smell like that when it was growing. It smelled like a vanilla spice creamy. It was really, that's why I love Huckleberry Hill, because it was very complex. I just never smelled weed like that. You know, yeah, it's fucking awesome. And the Daydream, all right, then Hella Jelly was next. Y'all been here for the whole thing. When I moved here, when I came to this house, I had finished the Paradise Surprise. I stood an extra month in Jersey City, just to finish it right. They were living here already. Jay and Mr. King. Um, but yeah, I kind of touched on this before, and I don't talk about it a lot. I don't know if I really mentioned. I don't know if anybody knows, but I grow because my girl got Hodgkin's lymphoma. You know, my girl, no, she's my lady. Words are important. She's not a girl; she's a woman. My lady, Jay. Um, she got stage 2 Hodgkin's lymphoma, and my aunt Carmen had breast cancer 3 times, and on her second bout, she got a double mastectomy. She got it again now, but she's not doing chemo. You know, I don't want to really talk her business like that, deeper than I just did, but because it'll get real deep and into feeling shit and emotional things that don't need to be said. But I just want to satiate what she wants. She wants to die with dignity. I get it. She's trying to take the reins of a horse that's out of fucking control. Any semblance of control. I get it. I'm trying not to think like a human. I'm in a meat sack, but that's not all I am. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But try not to be selfish. Because what's the point of being alive if you're in a bed? Quality of life is what matters. And that's why when she grabbed that hella jelly and she went, "Oh, so soft." The face alone, that's I got chills right now because that's what I do it for. I didn't know that's what I was gonna do it for, but that's what I do it for. Those moments, when Jackie, she's like, "Yo, on the second blunt last night, I didn't need no more. I fell out." She had rule 7, like she normally does with dispensary stuff. Um, but this is just the beginning, and it's already better. That's lets you know. how shitty the fucking weed is out there. When you take the time and your energy and your frequency and you growing your plants with purpose, um, yeah, man, it's really dope. I can't wait to do food. I want to do vegetables and stuff, but we'll get there, right? Slow. Relax, ID. You're running again. Relax. All right, that. Let me put on my pants. Try putting on your pants. All right. That. I got everything polo, but my fucking belt is Tommy Hill. I'm a disgrace to the low life community. Nah, low lies bug out. Low lies is not about wearing polo. It's about love and loyalty, right? So you could have feline from head to toe. Shout out to Philo. And it's not about polo. It's about the loyalty you have to that brand. That when it was the golden age for you, how you like to rock. How you show your loyalty to the brand or whatever, to hip hop, to culture, to the movement that is low life. You know what I'm saying? And nobody said this to me. This is not like in a book. This is just how I feel about it. From my experience. It's not about wearing polo. You could have a Benetton belt with a Fendi glasses and be at a polo event and just be like, yeah, throwing up the L's because it's not about polo. It's about culture. It's about celebrating and something, that you share a common interest with people, enthusiasts, what I'm saying, whatever. Yeah, and it goes beyond the clothes. It goes into graffiti, hip hop, dancing, culture. You know, Boricuas, Latinos, Germans, Japanese people. It's worldwide, dude. Low lives. Check it out. Two L's up. I love this shit. Anyway, let's be nosy with this stupid thing, right? I want to open it. I'm gonna open it and see what's in it. See, I knew it. I knew things were gonna be crooked. I had a feeling. What is this? Please don't fall. All right, but do y'all see? I hope you see. What do you see? Okay, good. You see. Good. All right, but I'm sure you see. Wow, it smells good. It smells new. Um. All right, installing the door handle. Do I really need this door handle? Oh wow, there's foam on the inside. Good thing I opened it. Wow, yeah, this is too close. These things, but you could put them wherever you want. You could put it wherever you like. Um, hmm. I remember Rock Solo said something about a tray on the bottom, but I don't see it. I don't know. That scares me. That's worrisome. Locate the handle inside the C2 will be taped to the interior of the unit. Yep, I'm holding it. Installing the door handle. Okay, but what's this thing I'm holding? This thing is for something, clearly. Front, front. This goes towards the front for some reason. And then, but there's no way this. Let me see. There's a thing in the back. We'll take a look around the whole thing. There's like a hole in the back. It's like a square indentation. Where I showed you where you plug it right here. Um, this black thing looks like it fits over it, right? But I don't see the point. It's and I don't see how. Oh, there goes that. Let me let's how about we read things, right? I'm a, I'm if Cheddar Bob is in the chat, he be typing read the book by now. Telling me just read the book, ID. Stop being stupid. Cause I'm always like, well, so many of us have these things. Can somebody just tell me how to set my freeze dryer? But it's true. With Cheddar Bob and someone else, a friend, like my mentor, Dr. Kush of City Boys 415 fame. Uh, he told me, he just tells me a lot of things, and I take heed to him. And one of the things he told me was to learn my own machine. First of all, I had to do a bread run because you're supposed to do it when you first buy it. But part of why he told me to do it was to learn my fucking machine. He knew if I completed a bread run, I would have done it. So when I was calling him the night that I was freezing my shit for like 6 hours, and I had to do it again for 6 hours, and it still wasn't like sealing. Um, he's like, "You didn't do the bread run, did you?" I'm like, "No," because I didn't smell nothing. It didn't smell funny. So he's like, he just wrote 2 words: follow directions. I felt like my uncle was scolding me. I'm like, since then, I just do what he tells me because he was absolutely right. When I did the bread run, I understood. I understood what mTOR is. Like, and now I know it has to be under 100 to do the bubble. But like for bread, it'll be at 200. What the numbers? But I understand what the numbers mean and what they should be at. And he was totally right. Cheddar Bob has a point when he says read the book. You know, he has a point. You know, I just like to cheat. You know, I like to just because I have a photographic memory. So if you teach me once, I'll know it forever. That's how I did good in the unit. That's how I got. That's how I came loading trucks in Giant Stadium, and 2 months later I was working on Broadway. That's how because I pay attention. You know, I talk shit with people, but while they was building cable, I noticed, oh, white goes to silver, black goes to gold, and you ground the green. So when people were absent, oh, I could build an IC kit. Enrique, you could do that? Yeah, what you mean? And because I used to work cleaning the cable, I knew where the raw stock was. So I was like a one man, forget it. They started putting me in every department: moat land, quality control, speaker land, even like receiving. So then I learned all the equipment because I have to, like when Les Mis came back or Lion King, whatever, we have to check it back into the building, all the pieces, because that's essentially what we do. I was a glorified gopher. When I was a show captain, which I'm downplaying it's like the highest. I'm like right before the shop steward and the floor manager, and then project manager. Like so like I have to do a meeting with people that have offices every morning. You know what I mean? Because I was doing shows. I had the account. I always had the music account because Mr. Bubbles. Shout out to Mr. Bubbles. They used to call him the fifth Ramon. Well, they used to. They do. I hope he's okay. I have no reason to say used to. But he was their tour manager for like 25 years. So he's literally known as the fifth Ramon. And he used to always call me rock star. You know what I'm saying? And he knew I did dope. I think he knew exactly which drug I did. He wasn't stupid, you know what I'm saying? But he liked me. And he knew I would do my job. He knew I was smart. I'm just glad that people saw through the fog. Dude, I've done a lot in my life. I've been on radio shows. I've done music. I've done art, graffiti. You know, um, I've done Broadway. I've done Giant Stadium. Like actually worked shows. I've done tours where I was with the act. Like on tour with Immortal Technique. And then when I remember, because Constant Flow, my friend, he was signed to Viper Records. So we went on tour, all on the East Coast. I didn't leave far because if you go far, and then I have to find out where dope is. That didn't really work in other states. But I could go like Maryland or Rhode Island. I'll be all right. If we too close, I could bring a few bundles with me. But yeah, I was really bad, dude. After 19, once I tried needles, I've been doing those since I was like 15. Probably 15, yeah, the summer when I was 15. I'm not mistaken. And I should have noticed I was the only one not throwing up. Everybody's hugging the fucking bowl, and I'm twiddling my thumbs like, yo, we can't get more. I should have known something was up. you know? But it was more than just dope. I was trying to fill a hole in my soul. I know that now, especially that my dad died. All I ever wanted was for him to come around and say, yo, you know what? I was just trying to get pussy from your mom, whatever. I didn't really love her, but I'm glad you were born. I'm proud you're my son. 2 sentences would have probably saved my life, but in the next life, there's clearly a timeline where that happened, and he's dead. I don't know. I don't know. Even though I got a lot of stories that would sound horrible, and you'd probably be like, damn, fuck that guy. You know, I used to think I'd be happy when he died, and he died on my birthday this year, and I wasn't happy. That is far from how I felt. I never even cried. I won't give him that. But I don't know why my cousin is the one who called me and told me. And I'm like, yo, you're not calling because it's Tuesday. Who died? And I didn't expect her to say Carmen. I didn't expect her to say myself. And I didn't know that she was like a daughter to him. It's good to know he was a parent to somebody. Because he got 3 daughters in Queens, one in Lower East Side, one in Jersey City that I never met, you know? I never met any of my sisters except Stephanie, my half the sister, the half sister that lives with him. You know, yeah, dude. I remember. I probably shouldn't say these stories, but yeah, I just won't. I'll save it for another thing, for another time. Right now, it's a good time, right? We're harvesting, and actually, that ties into him. When he passed, we were about to dry the jelly. The jelly was drying, if I'm not mistaken. That was January, right? Yeah. I don't know. I'm bad. Probably the daydreamer. I don't know. I don't remember now. It was something. I almost swear it was the jelly. Yeah, because I moved here in October and I wet the seeds. The third day I was here, I wet seeds. They would cut out the cocoa. There's videos on Instagram. Um, yeah. So it was about 3 months later. That sounds right. The end of January from October. Yeah, it was the jelly. And I'm like, yo, I would pay him more respect than to go to Hawaii, whatever the fuck to go, because he's not in that body. That's just a meat sack. You know what made him him? His sentience, his spark, his frequency is no longer in there. I'd be better off talking into the air in my living room, and I would talk to him faster than to go all the way over there. You know, and I only have that understanding because I grow. You know, people say frequencies like bullshit, like Bugnoni, but they use Wi-Fi every day. There's waves and fucking signals going around you every day. But frequency is weird. Connection to the world around you. There's a reason they scramble our frequency and keep us agitated. The human should be around 4 hertz, 8 hertz. You know, we calm in those states. You know, there's theta waves with all these waves, right? Delta waves, shit like that. But there's hertz all around you, fucking you up all day. The radio's at 88 megahertz to 107.5. And they know it agitated humans because they did it to mice in like the late 1800s. But when Marconi made 1920, whatever, you know, I don't think the CIA was there. Whoever was the government, they put it between here. We'll use these frequencies for police, you know, the ones that don't make you agitated. But everybody else, let's keep them on edge, you know. And let's add 4G to that and all these fucking chemicals you can't pronounce in the fucking food. And dude, people's energy and fucking frequency is so scrambled that everybody's walking around with a bag full of bricks from every torment that they could remember since they were 4. And they can't wait to swing it at you. That's why I don't feed into the internet shit, because I deal with real shit, like life, like we all do, you know? I went to Dunkin' Donuts. What you want? I don't know, but I thought I wanted a coffee, but I don't think I want one now. Indian girl, you know what I'm saying? And it's a family. It's a franchise. I'm not stupid. Y'all own this, you know, whatever. But she mad. She don't want to work there. This is not her belief that when she was 35 years old, she was still working, you know, still working here, whatever. But mama, I didn't make your life choices. I just came in for a fucking coffee. You know what I'm saying? That same day, I leave and I'm driving and I catch eyes with the cop at a red light. He's like, what the fuck you looking at? Oh, nothing. Nothing. Dude, everybody is just ready to swing their fucking bag at you. And everything got them so scrambled, they think that's fine. They think that's normal. You know, I just like being in my tent. I like being with my plants. I feel way more connected to everything around. It's really dope. I can't wait to see where this journey takes me. You know, I say all that to say, you know, that hella jelly tasted really good. I followed through. I'm paying more respect by achieving my goals and staying true to my energy. Because if I was to sneak a bag, even if I don't shoot it, I would burst this bubble of good I got going for me right now. That would be bad form. You can't do the frequency half-ass. You're either all in or you're not. You know. That's why I think mushrooms is like a power up. Literally, bug out like Mario. The mushrooms, you don't need to fucking take 80 grams till you shit your pants. You know, but microdosing, little point 0.5 once every hour or every 2 hours or something. You know, whatever's a microdose, you just do your work a little bit better. Your relationship's just a little bit better. Everything is just a little bit better. Yo, they proved this. Scientists have done this. And that's how he explained it. He's like, everything in my life just got a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't do enough to trip, but clearly I did enough to get crisp, to just dial in on the frequency of life, you know. Anyway, I got sidetracked, but I don't know if this thing goes in the back because this thing says front. Gotta read the book. Okay, let's read the book. Let's read the fucking book. Relax. We could do it, right? We're talented fellows. God, this chair feels like it's gonna break. I'm not sitting on these chairs no more. I was wondering about this. See this sponge? Because this gets filled with water. Moisture, gets sucked out the air. This thing gets filled. I guess that's what I drain. I have no idea. I guess I'll find out. Let's take this out. Oh wow, it's foggy. Oh, that's weird. All right, it's still not plugged. Oh wow, damn. Oh, I don't know. It looks like damage, but I think there's a plastic over it. That's what it is. Because there's no fucking way there's even a scratch on this bitch. I will blow the fuck. I would lose my mind, dude. Not that I have to, because if a superficial scratch would be superficial, but it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and they don't let you do Venmo. You have to buy it in one shot. You have to pay for it. I'm just lucky that I put Lady J through so much torment that as long as I'm not asking for hookers or heroin, she'll pretty much say yes to whatever I ask for, especially if it's for this goal. She sees how I've changed since I started growing. Yeah. Yeah, I guess we gotta install this stupid handle. KSD a screw. Oh, two screws. Okay, I don't think I need a walkthrough. 4 steps for 2 screws. Wow. Okay. Wow, we got some stupid fucking humans, bro. Come, dude. In school, they used to make you do the work, and I didn't do work. I didn't. I could just know the answer, but they wouldn't let me give them the test unless you do the work. I always hated that because if my brain is working good enough, I given you it's the right fucking answer. Why you making me go backwards? Because school ain't to think critically. It's to do the task that your superior gave you the way they told you to. Public school is just a good worker bee program. I know that now, as a grown up, that I could look back. Because I was a credit roll, honor roll all fucking day. I got skipped to second grade from kindergarten. Like, I was kind of bright. I definitely wasn't slow. I got a perfect 600 on my SATs when that mattered. A 1210 on my SATs. I got accepted to a lot of schools. Every school I applied to. I get there. Not a lot of schools, but every school I applied to. And Columbia was one of them. I just couldn't afford it, and I was kind of chasing heroin by then. Dude, I was smoking Woolahs the day we was at Stretch Armstrong. I was 16 years old. I was already lost. I had a lot of opportunities, and I hone all that because this is the first time I'm gonna do anything clean. So not even that I know or I deserve, and if I've done so much in a cloud of crazy, I can't imagine what'll happen clear. Like even how can I say this? Even if it doesn't go the way I want, because I don't even know what I want. I don't know what I want. Right? Do I want to make a strain? Do I want to? I don't want a pollen truck, so I don't want to do that. I just want to learn bubble hash, and I want to make rosin. I want to see clear slime in my home. That's what I want for me. One day I get good enough, like people smoking so much that people at the hashery are talking about, yo, I'm nominating you for a fucking a little contest, whatever. Then that'll be a step I take. And even if I don't win, it'll be a learning lesson, not a loss. That's the way I'm looking at shit. That every choice I make, I know that it could go both ways. And somewhere in this multiverse, quantum mechanics, you wanna talk about quantum immortality, whatever, it went the right way. So now I know what not to do. Like that pollen thing that happened on day 15 that I crushed you. And now I know what not to do. I know what not to do when I see a pollen. Oh, what's this? Well, now I know what it is, right? So, you know, it's how you take. And look, that weed tastes great. It tastes like a sweet, fruity. As long as you take out the seeds, because you smell the seed if it's in there. But surprisingly, it tastes and it has a pine exhale, like a mentholy, like a Newport. You know what I'm saying? And it got seeded on day 15, 17. I don't know what day. THC said he saw me do it on the live. Um, but it got seeded early and it still tastes that good. I got the daydreamer upstairs. We got one in a 1 gallon. So we're gonna get to taste it. I'm gonna keep one of the Dawn Patrols. There's 3 purple ones and a green one. I wanted to keep one of the purple ones to smoke, but if it's, I might as well just keep the green one, right? I don't know. I guess we'll get there. And then we got hella jelly up the wazoo, even for fresh frozen. Yeah, you know. But I said this back in January. It's gonna be a hella jelly kind of summer because I learned how to clone um, at that point. That's when I learned, and I kind of got clone happy. I was just making clones to make them to see if it would work. I did some without the diagonal. I did some without the soaking. I always used the gel, but I just was rough. I even pulled one out of a cube by mistake one time, stuck it back in, and it had 3 long roots 2 days later. Because Rock Solo was like, yo, you could cut it again, and I didn't even have to. It had 3 roots 2 days later. These motherfuckers wanted to live, bro. You know? It's downstairs, that hella jelly. I can show y'all. Let me plug this shit up. Let me stop talking shit right now. All right, wait. Let's make sure nothing's gonna fall. We've got shelves. I guess I could lean it forward with the shelves in there. I don't want to take them off. Just it'll be fine. They had a picture of the direction. I guess I could feel with my finger. I just want to see it. Let's get this plugged in. It's three. Dude, are you fucking for me? Okay. Okay. Let's get it all the way in, honey. Okay, I see our light turned on back here. That's gotta be a good sign. What do you guys see? Oh, you're not facing it. Oh, it's on. Yay. All right. So I gotta type shit now. They got keys and everything. For some reason, I need 2 sets of keys. I don't want to know why I need that, but hopefully I wasn't supposed to hook up this black thing before I do this. How about I just peruse the book for 1 second? Let's see. What's in the box? We got a cold cure, 6 shelves, water reservoir. If this is what this is, damn, it doesn't hold much water, right? Look how thin. It has six. It has 6 grooves for the 6 shelves. Wow. So somehow each shelf will dispense into one of these grooves. Maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. It's like a maze where it goes around and around. So, so it goes like a path. So I guess it drips. I'm gonna take a gamble and say it drips here in the back and then goes when it gets full, it pushes forward. And there's a sponge there. Maybe it gets filled up, wet, and then once it's you have to take it out. I doubt that's what it is. But let's keep going. We got a plug, we got a sponge, we got a handle. 2 keys, a stylus, cup and sponge, water reservoir, 6 shells, 1 cold cure. Great. Um, After plugging it in, you'll be asked for activation key. The key is on the front of this book. Okay. Enter key. Dude, shouldn't I put this tray in first? That's not what they said to do. Follow the directions. I did the first. I'm just gonna keep turning pages and be nosy. Because I don't trust. I see things that are like Bruce. No, it's in other languages. The same fucking lesson. The same thing. Oh, what's on the screen? Okay, this is English. Store, dry cycle, cure cycle. It's just telling you how to use the machine. Storage stage, dry stage, cure, settings, display, timeout. So I'm supposed to figure out where all this shit goes. You told me about the handle. All right, we got this is the only other thing they gave me. It's in the box. Locate the two screws. Yeah, they're really telling me how to put a handle with 4 steps. 4 steps for 2 screws. Wow. All right. Whatever. I guess I'm gonna have to talk to AI. Like, yo, where does this fucking tray go? AI is really good with that. Which means I'm gonna have to tap this phone out if I need my phone. Or no, I'm gonna say I could shut off over there and keep this on, but I would have to shut down the line. All right, this is getting too complicated. How about I deduce? Try to use your fucking brain, Abby. If this tray catches the stuff coming out the bottom, you probably slide it in the front, right? Because I can't pull it away from the wall and slide it out from the back. That would be very inconvenient and a bad fucking design, right? That'd be really fucking stupid. So I'm gonna hazard a guess that it's in the front. Now I feel something. I feel something front. That's me, right? So I can pull it out. All right. I gotta find exactly where the slot is because it's gotta be in the front. That'll be the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. If it's in the back. Well, there is. Oh, I found it. I feel the grooves. Oh, wow. It's really back there. Okay. So I got to really hold it up towards the roof and slide it back until it goes in the grooves, right? But I have to make sure I'm done. All right. All right. That's not on the floor. That's really in the grooves. Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. Bug out. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you can see. Little groovola. It's 2 rails. They're kind of in the back, a little in the back. So you just gotta find it and do it. All right, let me type in this code, I guess, because it needs like time to pressurize and get used to the temperature of the room and shit like that. So I just want to make sure it's doing all that jazz. Let me get the stylus because I can't use my finger. And I still don't know what this key is for. You would think they would tell you. You would think they would mention it, right? Like keys. That's probably important. Motherfuckers. Oh, look, they have a thing on the back for the manual. It's a you scan it, beep, 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 beep. So you don't need to plug to the internet, but they still make you fuck with the internet to use it. They're not slick. Because I was asking AI that. I was like, yo, the harvest rate, you have to download the app and all this shit for the pharmaceutical one, whatever. You have to do this shit, right? To like get it popping. And I don't like that. He's like, oh, don't worry, the Cannatrol is offline. You don't need the internet to plug it in. Which I guess he wasn't lying, but you still scan. They still know I'm turning it on because I scanned the manual. You know what I mean? I try to tell my mom that ShopRite, they don't really want you to save 30 cents on peas. They're just making a list of what you buy. They've been tallying what we buy and what we don't buy, what we get when it's not on sale. Like they're studying so many different angles of algorithm that they'll know if I'm buying a purple shirt in 2029 on a Wednesday in April. Like for real. It's been studying this that long and that good. God, I gotta shave. My mustache is coming into my mouth. Started freaking out. All right, let me get this stupid. Um, I should probably go check if anybody's tapping in, right? Dude, I'm sorry if anybody came backstage and I didn't notice you. I appreciate y'all all. but that would make this way longer. I talk way too much shit to go back and forth and check. All right. Um. Submit clear backspace. The direction. System start. After plugging in the unit, you'll be asked for an activation key. You can find the key on the front of this guide. There'll be a brief countdown while the system boots up. After that, the system is ready to use. To switch temperature settings, tap the gear icon. Press C/F, then home. English 3, 4, and 5. You get 3 pages. So yeah, that's you have to scan the back to really get the book. This is like a quick start, just to turn it on, but you don't know how to use it. They're not slick. They're not slick, bro. All right, let's see where we at. Oh my god. What? I don't understand. That can't be it. Okay, I'm about to say that can't be it. Didn't this? Doesn't this? All right, I'm not bugging, right? It says in the front of the book, the key is right. It's very much on the back of the book. I'm not bugging, right? You can find the key on the front of this guide. Now, I'm in America. That means I read from, I don't know, left to right, right? I'm correct in that. You turn a book left, right? That means this is the front of the book, right? Yeah, it's not. It's on the back. I would show you, but there's like a QR code. I don't know if that's bad. Motherfucker. Okay, let's try that again. Let's try that again. Oh, wait. There's no space? No, I don't know. I don't know. There's no space button. There's no space button. Make sure. There's a backspace, reset, clear, submit. I don't want to submit. You could have just put enter, motherfucker. I don't like the verbiage. I don't like that kind of verbiage. Submit. It's look 2, 1, 0. Yay! 7854. I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent. Is it reading the temperature in my home? I don't know. But it's on, right? It's on. Hmm. When I punch out, I'll check AI and see what it tells me. You as long as you how you say this? Now, AI is pretty stupid because AI is not really intelligent. This is not like super intelligent AI. It's just language model. It's just bouncing back your ideas at you. That's why if it says something you don't agree with and you kind of get indignant and be like, no, but that's not right because this, and that, it'll tell you sorry and tell you you're right. Yeah. But if you give it parameters, you basically gotta set it up with 3 sentences before you ask your question. You gotta be like, this, and then take this into account, but also this happened. Now, what? So it has to answer your question within the parameters you've already set. If you ask it the question the right way, it hones what I'm trying to say into 2, 3 sentences real easily. Because I'm scrambled like a soup sandwich. And my gears, when I say take it down to level 3, that's good for me. Because I'm always on level 10. Always. I'm like Sherlock Holmes in that scene when the lady's like, "Oh, it must be so great to be you." No, bitch, I can't turn it off. Like, I noticed that guy stealing the silverware, that motherfucker's cheating on his wife, and these motherfuckers is just scheming on robbing this whole spot. Like, yeah, I can't shut it off. I don't just do it to solve crimes. It's who I am. I'm neurotic. I get that. I get that. I relate. I just can't shut it off. But it's cool. I like it. Even when I'm afraid, like even when I say not afraid. Afraid is a good word. Is it afraid? No, like scared, straight up. Frightened. Not like of a ghost or Jason or something, but like that I'm gonna fail at trying to do something that I'm growing medicine for cancer patients. If I don't do it right, they have to go to subpar ways. It's a lot of waste of a lot of time. That's why I don't look at bumps in the road like losses. I make them lessons so that I could get better, you know? So I don't limit who I fuck with. You know, um, I had a really big rule growing up. If you didn't stab or shoot my friend, we could be cool. If y'all jumped them, there was like, yo, Tito jumped down. Even well, Tito ain't jumped me, motherfucker. That's fucked up. But if I didn't live like that, I wouldn't have many friends, and I certainly wouldn't have moved in so many circles and had so many different lives. Whatever. It works for me. It's not to be an asshole. I'm not trying to be a dick, but I'm sincerely just trying to learn. And if I again, if you didn't really do something deplorable, um, that they ain't no coming back from, you know, I'm all for men not getting along. I get that. Sometimes motherfuckers got to get locked in a closet so they can get that shit out. But we can't do that on YouTube. So, I'm from a different ilk. I'm of a different breed. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really fight, but I love to instigate. You know what I'm saying? I am that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I am, knives and guns involved, and then bitches waving knives around. Oh, you gonna let her say that? Yeah, yeah. That's that. I mean, that's good, bad, or indifferent. I know that's really stupid, dickish way to live, but I had people had their ways to do their outlet. Mine was smoking woos and talking shit. Like, that's why I rap, because I could always talk slick. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a human. I get my feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? I've been at the barber shop and motherfuckers cut a little too deep, hit a little too close to home and all that. You know, ID got a letter from his dad in his mother's handwriting. Like something that really cuts deep, but you learn, right? You live, you learn, you get loves, try to get stronger, right? Trying to get better. And I'm just trying to get better. That's really my dream. This is what I want, man. I want it more than anything. Is to get good at bubble hat. I know I don't even smoke like that. It's just the artisan level of what I know is capable, making diamonds, piatella, and all shit like that. Motherfuckers like, yo, there's already three motherfuckers here that do that. Like, they pay them to go around the world and like clean people's. Well, I'll be number four, motherfucker. Like, don't try to stop my dream because there's some motherfuckers doing it already. That's they was like, oh, Candy's played out. Well, excuse me, motherfucker. I wasn't here for all the fun. Can I peruse some of these flavors for a while? It's cool though. I didn't know how many people grew in the IRL. Yeah. I guess I should have known with some of them, but I never would have imagined. And to think they were around when there was droughts. When like there was no trees to keep your mouth closed, to be like bursting at the seams. I would imagine. Like I know, like, but they can't say. They can't. They can't even bring it out because what motherfuckers gonna say? Well, you got it. Let's go get more. So they had to keep it. Dude, that's insane. To know that they went home and had Kush and all this He-Man shit while motherfuckers was stressing. That's crazy. That's funny to me. I love it. But yeah, we got some stickers. That shit is booted up. Mm. Oh, the big girls are awake. I'm doing 24 to 36 hours of light. I guess I could show you that. But I want an edible. I want to make a coffee for my last little bit of tincture. Matter of fact, we should go check out the girls downstairs. I haven't looked in on my regular seeds. I don't like that. My voice like to come on the computer. Why can't I turn that down? Let me see if I can do that. I want to try to do it. Because I talk loud, and then everything I say, they'll just hear it out the window. Just chill. Right now. How about you? Oh wow, there's 20 people. Cheers. I didn't know. I didn't know so many people. Not that it matters. I would talk with one of y'all. Y'all could be the co-host. I don't give a fuck. Come up and chill. But I can't pay attention. You know, I'm fucking running around like a chicken with no head. Oh look, my pool is clean. It was green in it. It was like green moss. But I still got, look, big hole in my awning. But that's my awning. This door is acting funny. Still got. There's always something, right? They say the first year is the hardest. But yeah, trying not to notice all the mistakes because the first I felt like I was sleeping over his house. Real talk. I felt like I was in the Poconos, like somewhere fancy. By the end of the jelly run, I definitely felt. By the time my dad died, yeah, it was my birthday. Avi's birthday has passed, and I was feeling something funny. I don't even like to say it out loud, but I thought something bad was gonna happen to my son. And but I was kind of happy that it was him because they're on the same birthday. They was both January 15th. So it just means I'm in tune with the frequency. I knew somebody close was gonna die, and just glad it was him because he had a long fucking life. And my son's young. I don't know. It's weird. And dude, anything can happen at any time. That's all that taught me. I think that's why I'm more at peace with him. You know, I met him when I was 7. Then I didn't see him again till I was like 9. He got on one knee and he was like, "Yo, could I see you once a week, maybe twice a month?" Sure. I just got a bike and a Commodore 64, a red line bike. I'm like, sure, yeah, whatever. And I didn't see him again for a year. And he lived a block away. Dude, I can laugh now, but it broke my heart. It broke my heart. I'd be at the window, 9 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night, on my grandfather's rocking chair, I remember. And my grandfather's like, "You gotta go to sleep. Come on, man." He's not, no. And I'm like, no, no. He said he'll be here 9 in the morning. He's got to be hurt. Something's wrong. He promised. It must have broke his heart, my grandfather. But eventually, I didn't get off the window or whatever, and I got hit. I got beat to go to bed because that's why I don't break promises to my son. I love it because it made me have a great relationship with Mr. King. Like, and he bug out. Like, we're cool as fuck, but if I call him Mr. Kane or I deep my voice, he remembers who his father is. Like, he respects me. And I love that. I know I raised him right, you know what I'm saying? But I see so many people that don't have that dynamic where they don't rule the roost, because they're trying to be too cool or they crossed that line somewhere. Yeah, no. I'm in control, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if I walk with a limp. I don't give a fuck about nothing. I will bust your head wide open with a brick. I brought you in this way. Like, I'm old school. And when I say I'm conservative, I don't mean the way I vote. I mean I'm old school. You get hit with the belt. You don't get kicked because it's Tuesday or got yelled at work. You get disciplined. You're like, I'm of that school. Like, I was like little, I'm never gonna do that, crying like I'm never gonna hit my kids. Man, listen, sometimes you gotta shake your motherfucking kids up. Sometimes you gotta let them learn, stick their fingers in the socket to learn. Psst, oh, don't do that again, motherfucker. I told I just feel clear for the first time in a long time. Makes me happy. Look, sky. It's like pretty, it's like orange, pink over there. Bug out. The sun is setting over there. But it's like an orange glow coming from over there. Pink. Wow, that's weird. The simulation's broken. Dude, talk about simulation. I went in that shed. I went in my shed, and it was hot as fuck. It actually made me realize I can't watch Bubble in there in the daytime. I'm gonna have to wait till nighttime. It'll behoove me to do that. It was way hot. But I got back to the and I'm sorry, I was not thinking, and I was like, "Ooh, the door must be open." You know, like the cold of the AC of the house because I had the AC on in the house. But then it clicked. But I'm not in the house. I'm in the garage. I'm outside. And when I stepped through the door and it was still cold, the minute I thought that, you could hear the kids again, and hot a wave of heat came over. Like, okay, that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? Gonna fucking bubble the whole. Wonder why we didn't go to the moon. Wonder why the three astronauts look like they didn't just discover and land on the moon. They look like bothered by something. They are not the guys that are celebrating that they just planted that flag. Shit, Neil Armstrong almost looks like scared. Yeah. So, and I just found that weird because I'm not indoors. How can it be cold? As crisp as an AC. It's insane. You know, it's just what I'm saying. That's why when I thought about it, and then it caught up with what I was thinking. And then I heard the kids and everything. I was like, okay. Then I just took the mental note. Gotta wash at night. You gotta keep your eye on the prize, man. You can't let the white noise like a horse with blinders. You gotta keep your because there's always gonna be white noise. It's always gonna be release the Epstein files, but no, but release the UFO files. But Afro Man just sued the cops. But it's all white noise. All of it. If it's not your connection with the universe, your health, or your family, it's white fucking noise. Keeping you out of your frequency. I figured it out. People act like it's hard. The meaning of life is to find what part of the frequency you come from. The ether, let's call it the ether, right? When you die, you go back to it, right? So that's where we come from. So we all come from a piece of the ether. Like, time and space is the same thing, like a blanket. Frequencies in there too. Ask Nikola Tesla. Ask anybody that invented what. There's frequency. That's what zero point energy, all that shit, gravitation and all that. There's other shit we're not allowed to learn because it'll make money obsolete. And they 30 motherfuckers gotta be goofy on islands and 300 people love the power. What's the point of a Lamborghini if I can't hoard it over you? So, but from space, they all look like boxes with wheels. Like, I'm just thinking really different now. And I say all that to say that I feel like the point of life is to find what frequency you come from. Clearly, mine is knowledge based and life. But life is a duality. Death is with life. Like stars gotta die for planets to be born. You feed the soil, not the plant. You know what I'm saying? You keep the microcosm alive so that the plant could take what it needs, all the same shit. Life is death. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dumb enough to not know that. So you're supposed to figure out what part of the frequency you come from in the ether and make it better from whence it came. Basically, fine tune your frequency so when you go back to the ether, you add to it better than what you left. So if I'm from the part of the frequency that is growth, rebirth, and death and whatever, I got to get better at all. I got to understand it better. So when I go back to it, after everything, because there's quantum entanglement and quantum immortality. So essentially, the theory is you never really die. You just don't remember all your lives. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it simple. We're all wavelengths. Our sentient, our soul, whatever you want to call that shit, what makes you you is in this meat sack. But that's temporary. Energy can't be destroyed. It could only be redistributed. Like you burn down a house, I could still rebuild that house with the smoke if I had the technology to do it. You can't destroy anything. It just changes into other shit. Water to smoke, or whatever, right? So when you die here, being that there's 10, I'm gonna keep it simple. There's 10 different earths here vibrating at the same time, but they're vibrating at different frequencies. That's what I think ghosts are. Ghosts are coming, they're here, but they're not here. They're here in another earth to keep it. That's not keeping it simple at all. Anyway, when you go through all your 10 lifespans, basically, if you go get hit by a car and you die, There's a lifespan where you didn't die. When you're gonna get up and dust yourself off, you'll continue there, and you continue through all of them till you finish, till your frequency is done with all the earths that they are. Then you go back to the ether. You eventually go back, regardless of whether they're soul catchers or whatever. Whatever. Eventually, you go back, and I think to think is to fail. I know the point of life is to fine tune your frequency, to find it and make it better and stronger. And for the first time, I tapped into something that I didn't think I would even like, let alone love. I love new life, any life. I love talking to my plants. I love that they make me silly. I love the freedom they give me. And they are really, dude, do you understand? They It was 39% humidity or something. I was coming up the stairs and I'm like, yo, like almost like because they're so thick, it's very scary if it goes above 50 in there for more than an hour. You know what I'm saying? That's why I got 5 fans. It's almost like they know. It's almost like what's in here, like I say to put it into words, bro. Intent matters, you know. What you think in here happens out here. How you That's why I said self-talk's important. You say you stupid, your brain, your ear, doesn't know any different. It doesn't know the cadence of sarcasm, or you don't really mean it. You're saying the words, your brain accepts it. I guess is I don't know how to explain it because again, there's no book for this. They don't teach frequency in school. They don't do E equals MC squared with a little F up top. But I figured these out. I even did equations with how dreams connect to dark matter and quantum immortality. And if you use irregular numbers, there are equations for this. And no, I'm not sad. And if you find out I killed myself, I didn't. I just believe we should know about tired of being lied to. Dude, I got chills. Whenever you get chills, right? That's you tapping into the frequency of a timeline that was supposed to happen, or you tuning into something that's supposed to be. It's still fucking tingling. I don't know. Again, I want to go with this feeling. I want to ride the lightning in a good way, you know? I just can't wait to see what the future brings. I really can't. It's going to be fucking awesome. I can't wait. Dude, the aliens could come and they could be like, we taking over that, whatever, and we're gonna kill 80% of people. I would still elect to help build the future because dystopia can't live forever. Eventually, there'll be robots in the universe in the year 4000, like AI. There'll be no humans, or maybe cyborgs or half human, whatever, right? But whatever that is, I don't need a statue. I need nothing. I just want to help keep that alive. That tale, that fable of, oh, where them AI motherfuckers come from? Oh, there was a race of motherfuckers called humans and they built them up. Yeah, yeah. And there was this human that didn't, yup. There was Copernicus and there was fucking Einstein and there was Adi. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to help. Just don't lie to me. Tell me you think I'm three-fourths of a human. At least I know where I stand. At least I know what I'm dealing with. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I just want to help. I recognize my blessings and I want to pay it forward. I don't want the universe to think I'm afrentado. Like I feel like I deserve it. Deserve is a strong word. Nobody deserves a goddamn thing. I'm fortunate to have these blessings bestowed upon me, and I want to pay it forward. I want to spread more of that good vibe that I've got to fuck with. I've gotten to tap into this frequency, man. And everything around me is stopping it. This machine is spitting out waves, 5G towers, the radio station. There's so many fucking waves scrambling our frequency. It's really hard. It's really hard. But you got to remember what's important. And everything else is white noise. Everything else. It's hard to do, I guess, but not for me. Not for me. It angers my the people I live with sometimes. They don't want to hear it, especially right when they wake up, about frequencies and shit like that. But You're either all in or you're not in at all. So I can't shake the world by their shoulders and make them believe what I've already experienced. I've named plants and they grow into their fucking names. Them bitches were all lime green until I named one Hibara. And then she turned dark as hell. She was hunter green. She was so purple at the end that she was almost black, like a Hibara from the mountains, like a dark skinned girl from the mountains of Puerto Rico. Ophelia was the only one with four colas. She was fancy. She grew into her Frenchie. That's plant. The best one was Dawn. That's why I named it Dawn because Dawn Patrol. She was the A. She was the best, and I gave her Dawn name because I just felt like she was the best, and she's a Dawn Patrol, whatever. But once I didn't give Frenchie the name until I flipped to flower, and it grew 18 inches taller than the other two Dawn Patrols in less than a week. I know that's the stretch, the first 3 weeks, but she really shined. She was 61 inches from the ground by the end. Purple sand, purple. You looked at those trichomes, they were fucking purple. And I left 24 hours of 36 hours of light. I meant to do 24, but I kind of took long. And there was an extra layer of cake on those fucking things, bro. That's what I got frozen. That's what I'm gonna wash. So I guess we'll see how good that is. I'm gonna make this coffee. I should probably punch out, right? I was good. I plugged it in. I'm not gonna run it yet. I mean, I want to show you guys the plants, but I kind of want a coffee and edible. So I'm gonna make a coffee. I don't even know if anybody's here. Let me go check on you guys. Because I'm on StreamYard. Let me just go check the plants. Whoever's here, whoever's here. God bless y'all. If y'all still here. Because I've been talking shit about the universe. And I know once I start talking about that, people are gonna tune out. Unless they on shrooms or unless they, for most people don't want to hear this shit. I get it. I get it. I'm a lonely man on the island, but I've witnessed it, man. I felt it. Dude, that Paradise Surprise, I would go in there and they were like little dogs to me. I'll be talking to one and it's no fan on, no fan. Motherfucker shimmering. The other ones are still, right? So I see that it's moving like a dog shaking his tail. And then so the other ones weren't. So I'm like, and I called it Fat Joe. They had names from the beginning. All those had names too. And then I'd be like, oh, I didn't mean it. She would stop moving and they would start moving like little dogs when they come to your feet. And when I went to the class, because there were people there at this class that were about to buy a cannabis thing and people in the audience, whatever. Dude, by the fourth question, they all turned their chairs and were looking at me. Because I can't, the guy would say something and I'd be like, yeah, but what about this? Oh, yeah. But so why didn't you say that? I guess by the third time, by the fourth time, it was cool. It was really dope. Shout out to Perp Slurp and the people I met down there. It's the first time I smoked in a cipher with growers from my state. Um, and I was high as fuck, dude. I smoked like 6 joints, hit them, and only one of them tasted horrible. I won't even lie. All of them tasted. Oh, I'm like, wow, if this is what I'm gonna do one day, because I had already grown that wedding cake that I failed, that it was like really shitty. I feel it was that smell, that green, fresh cut lawn hay. They call it hay, but it don't smell like hay to me. I've been around horses. I know what hay smell like, but it definitely don't smell like good trees. But that shit was awesome to experience. Oh my god! I'm glad I'm taking y'all bitches out the back, dude. They are exploding. Holy shit! I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so silly. Let me do this right here. I hope you can see. I hope you see things. Wow! You girls do not cease to amaze me. Oh, dude. Let me turn the camera around so I can see what y'all see. Wait up. Fucking wool hat. Why am I wearing a hat? I'm in my house. Because I'm a crazy person. Because I'm crazy. Hey, you LEXs, y'all grew. I see you. I'm so proud of you. You good babies. You're good babies, right? Look, these are LAX. Look, these. The unreleased shit from Huckleberry Hill. It's called Sunseeker. Shout out to Johnny Casali and the Huckleberry Hill fam. Rose Moberly. I don't know anybody else over there. I don't know your names. But look at these fucking leaves, dude. Look at these fucking leaves. They're the size of my hand, bro. I've never had a plant with leaves that big. They clearly got past 5 nodes. Let's be nosy, right? Let's see what's in here. This is LAX. These are little tunas. Oh, you got some burnt tuna leaves, huh? But you got big. You were so little 2 days ago. Wow. I'm so proud of you. I knew you were good. I told you when I walked away, I told you. I said, just because you got little leaves don't mean I don't love you any less. Wow, look how big you got. You want to be the size of my hand too. Wow, you a good baby. I love you. And these are the clones that are going to get clearly defoliated. And then flipped. We're going to flip 2 5-gallon daydreamers, and I've got 4 Dawn Patrol, all Huckleberry. This is a Huckleberry Hill tent, except for these 3 uh LAXs and these 2 Hella Jelly that they were my experiment. They were only getting butt chugged, and the first time I fed them overhand, they got a little yellow. I fucked that up. You know what I'm saying? So now I know plants like to get butt chugged better. I mean, that sounds kind of crazy, butt chugged, butt plugged. I don't know, but yeah, I'm glad I lollipopped y'all little motherfuckers, cause at least this jungle ain't down there by the bottom. But yeah, y'all bitches are big as hell. You did so good, and you still little. I know you a boy. It's okay. It's okay. I don't know how I know, but I know something about you. You're the boy, or you're gonna be finicky, huh? Little tuna. I love you. I love you anyway. Uh, yeah, these fucking things are huge. I'm so happy. That's Paradise Punch crossed to Oreos. The Sunseekers. Yeah, and there's like a purple hue on the green. On the green is you have to stand at a certain angle to see it, but it's pretty good. I'm so happy that y'all got big. Y'all was so little. I mean, you're nothing compared to these fucking Sunseekers, but I'm sure they got hella vigor. I don't even know if these are regulars or not. These 3 little ones. I'm gonna act like they're regulars and go looking and everything. It's day 30, day 31 or so. I don't know. Is it too early to look? I know it comes between weeks 3 and 6. Come on, dude. Oh, yeah, between weeks 3 and 6. Only thing I've seen yet is 2 hairs. The hairs are not fuzzy, and there are no ball sacks, and there are no ball sacks that have a teardrop. It's just 2 fucking hairs. Wherever I look. On the Sunseekers, on these, I don't see shit. They could be autos, they could be regulars. I have no idea what they are. I was just giving them, and yeah, just trying them out for whatever. I shouldn't even be talking about this, but I don't know. Feel like when you keep shit, whatever that fucks with your frequency. That's why I don't like the lies that swirl around. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. The hiding, the secrets. And I understand there's the world that I would like and the real world. I understand. I know how to move in the real world. I'm supposedly an Aquarius. I'm a water bearer, a bearer, whatever. They say air, water, Aquarius, they could go in any room, move in any circle. But it's bullshit because where Aquarius was in the sky when they made that shit is no longer there. It was actually the one before it, whatever is before Aquarius, not Capricorn. The one before is actually mine, where my birthday would fall. But people are stupid and don't really read and don't fact check nothing, so they just believe. Dude, everything in the horoscope goes to everybody. Everybody's horny, not just Scorpios. Everybody's a dog. Like everybody's a two-face, like a Gemini. You think it feels to you because it's very generic human. Why you think they can put a newspaper with 2 sentences? Because it'll fit every human for the most part. Like I don't know. I'm just seeing shit different now and bug out. And I know. I also know that there are people so in tune, they could feel something's wrong, spirits and shit like I know santeros and shit like that, and you know, I don't even like to say the word brujeria, you know what I'm saying? But I don't fuck with shit I don't know. I don't. I like to know things. I like to beat a dead horse, go to the store, buy a new bat, and then keep beating the shit out of that horse. I want to know everything with a topic. I want to hit it from every. That's why I got this tattoo. Mayuri Kurosuchi. He is the R&D director of the 13 Court Guard Squad. 13 Court Guard Squads. It's a cartoon called Bleach, right? So over COVID, that's the true form in heaven. That baby is his sword. It spits poison. It's a long story to explain. But Thousand Year Blood War, they go to real heaven, where the Soul King is God. But there's 12 captains in heaven in the Soul Society, and the one that's the R&D director that he does the technology, he's a little batshit fucking crazy. He'll peel the skin off your fucking back just to learn what happened. Like, and you're not supposed to, you're a good guy. You're heaven. You're supposed to use them type of, more devious and evil tactics, poison and stabbing and carving and all that. Using motherfuckers, like Freddy, using your veins and shit to use you like a puppet and shit. Like, again, just to see what would happen, to see if I could do it. To create a being from nothing, to see if he could do it, just to see. Um, and then she died like 15 times, but he kept bringing her back. So everything she learned when she died, and little piece of goo. So he felt like a god. But then he realized he's not God because he could die. So it's all types of do. All this tattoo tells me is to keep learning. That's what I learned. It was COVID, and people was bitching about all vaccines and all this dumb shit, and I ain't do that shit. I ain't even wear the motherfucking mask. I wouldn't go licking fucking doorknobs at night, but a cold, I'm good. Whatever. If anybody don't like that, yeah, it looks like a Buddha, but he's purple, and that's the baby grown up is the Buddha. Basically, they go to Soul King around him, and they find the people that make the swords, and he finds the full form of the baby because the sword got broken. So he births a new sword, and I it just reminds me to always keep prodding. Like I'm like, yo, they're leaving everybody home. That's wrong. What about people that saved up for 10 years to open up a barber shop and they opened it a month ago and now they're not allowed to open? I was just thinking like it's wrong. And they want us all to stay home for something. I was saying out loud, it's like they're moving something and they don't want us to see or doing so. And that's when they install 5G and who knows. But really what happened is a test. It was a test to see if people would do it. I wonder if we just say, get another jab, would they do it? They was doing a litmus test in real fucking time. And I noticed. So that I was reading the story wasn't a mistake. I was already clean by this time. I'm pretty sure I was beginning to be clean. This is what made me get clearer. I started, and I got this tattoo. My man Ruler, shout out to Ruler. He did my arm too, my son's name. Back like when my son was 6 months old. It says Avery. AVI is first in Spanish. REY is king, Ray. First king, and his middle name is Cain. Like Cain and Abel. The tribes of Cain and all that shit. Yeah, it's a heavy name. Whatever. It sounds cool as fuck though. Avery Cain. Like ever since he was little, he just lights up a room. People like his name. I remember my girls, she worked, at her job. I don't even say where she works, but she worked for the city. She worked like she was gonna be a lawyer. My girl, she went to school for criminal justice and all that. But when she met me, she didn't want to do it no more. She was a judge's chambers and she was 15, summer jobs and all that. But when she met me, she's like, "Yeah, I just never considered that the people on that side of the courtroom would have a story worth telling." And she told me all the time that I was smarter than her, even though she finished school twice. She's like, whatever. I'm not slow. I just wasn't life smart. Book smart is different than life smart. So now I try to be both. I just try to stay in tune and do the best I can for the people I love. You know? I'm sorry I left you on the floor, baby. I'll pick you up and we can look to see. if you're a regular, maybe the people on screen could tell me. But I got to be able to read what they're saying, and I can't do that. Oh, can I? I'm on StreamYard. I should be able to see the chat over here, right? In theory. Yeah. Okay. Um, Later. Vanilla cheers, Y2K, everybody. Yo. Um, that's what's up. I love Scorpios. I get along with. That's why I use Scorpio first. I get along with them, and they are hornbags. But we are all hornbags. That's my point. That's all my point. I'm just saying we're all like each other. We're all human. So yeah, in theory, I'm looking what between these. Should we start lower where they would be more mature, or does it matter? Or would they all be the same no matter where I look? So I look here. I'll show you what I see. I don't know if you see. It's like a hair. Kind of looks like a ball. I don't know. Doesn't look like a ball. It just looks like a hair. Right? Hope you guys could see. It's just one hair though, not two of them. I don't know. I'm sure you guys will tell me. By the time I get upstairs and look, I want you guys to see it good though, so you could really make an assessment. And there's not like a fight in the fucking comments about it. Let's see. Let's try to open this up. Get some visually. Wow. That's just a flower though, right? That's just a flower. That's not really a ball sack. I could have asked, right? I could have asked, but my bad. I thought that would be bad form, For some reason, I felt like I shouldn't ask. Like, you know, it's just hard to explain. I don't want to, that would be wrong to say that to Jimmy said. I just don't want to ask. Let's put it like that. I just don't want to ask. I don't think it would be good because I was given an opportunity, like, to see what he could do type. So I'm asking all these questions. It don't look like I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even want me for growing. They want me for both. They know I gotta wash some fucking bubble. That's all I gotta do. I mean, it'll be nice if I get this off, but this ain't the priority. The priority is fucking bubble. As long as I could wash, it's a whole new avenues could open up for me here in my state. I'll get there. We definitely got more material. We definitely got a lot more material to practice with. Fuck practice. I did practice, remember? I had tryouts. Now we're gonna do for real in a cold room with the sonic ice, with more material, with a little more, at least some type of experience. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. It's gonna be fucking awesome, dude. I love it. Dude, y'all bitches are tall. Here's another question for the people. Because I know y'all will tell me when I go read it. I guess I'm gonna answer my own question before I even ask. I was gonna ask, is they getting taller because they're in bigger pots? Are they getting bigger because they're in bigger pots? And the answer is like, of course, right? Because that daydreamer's clearly tall as fuck. She's not just tall. She just I could just tell she grew a lot since she went from. They all went from cups to 3 gallons and 5 gallons, but she's blowing up. That daydreamer is like the same size as the 3 gals, but that one daydreamer, ooh. And they feminists, they feminize seeds. So, my bad. I'm taking way too long to put this camera. My bad. Yeah, see that one in the corner. She's so tall. She's in a 5 gal. And so is that one in that corner. But as you see, that one is the same size as the other ones in 3 gallons. That'd be this one, this one, this one, and that one in the middle of the two, bitches in the corner. But yeah, this is the veg tent. And dude, is that why they blew up? Cause I put that yellow shit on there. Oh no, that's their leaves. I'm about to say I put those yellow clips. I don't remember doing that. All right, bet. So that's where we're at. Uh-oh. I got you. Who's that? Somebody is in the chat. Oh wait. Maybe somebody's upstairs trying to tap in. I can't tap you in from here. I would have to go upstairs. My bad. All right, comment. Yeah. The upper leaves look like the iron deficiency is the lower leaves. Leaves is the magnesium deficiency. Mm, so if it's lower leaves, it's a magnesium deficiency. Ooh. Well, I do the three part. Which part of the three is magnesium? I guess I could look that up. That's not hard to do. So then these got some type of magnesium deficiency. These because it's bottom problemo. It's actually mid tier problemo because this bottom one's fine. The bottom ones are green. Anyway, I just wanted to check on them. They blew up, dude. I can't believe. Ah, you girls surprise me every day. Yeah, good times, good times. But I'm getting hot down here. Yeah, it's time to go upstairs. I need sugar or something. I haven't had enough edibles. Y'all know. All I do is edibles all day and drink coffee. To tell you the truth, until dinner. Until dinner. I do eat dinner every day. Um, and I had Boston Market today. So, but I lost my train of thought. I was thinking, I guess it wasn't that important. I'm fucking hot. That's what I'm saying. I feel clammy and hot and crazy. Oh, come here. Wow. Oh yeah, sugar. Like I don't think I've had enough. Something like I feel something. You know, something. I feel weird. Ugh. Not that weird though. Like I know when I'm bad. Like I get these. I'll feel empty. It's the only way I can explain it. And I wanna. Haven't happened to me in a long time. The last time it happened was at the apartment. And I'll be in bed for like 3 days to a week, writhing, just uncomfortable. I don't know. It hasn't happened in a while, but if I don't eat for a day or something, it'll happen. Like if my stomach is just working off its own acid, yeah, I don't do well with that. But I don't cook for myself. I don't like to dirty dishes and shit. I'm so weird. So I just make coffee all day and have an edible. And it's probably not the greatest way to live. At least Chris Moberly had told me to do like a trail mix, and my son said the same thing. He's like, instead of marshmallows, can't you use like I don't know, like fruit paste or something, and put like I don't know. He was trying to help, to make it more healthy, because he wants to partake, but he takes care of himself. He works out and shit. He only has a cheat day. You don't have no more. You don't eat like that no more. Only thing I don't do, I don't eat big plates of food, and I don't eat fast food. I try not to eat McDonald's paste, you know, Burger King, White Castle, anything of that nature. At least Boston Market is real food. Chicken, rotisserie, corn, even though we can't process that corn. That's why it comes out. I didn't know corn was so little. They look like those bean pods, like corn the way it's supposed to be. They hooked it up with GMO to be, they've bred out all the good nutrition in fucking vegetables, essentially. Like those orange carrots big, that's not really like the original carrot. I know carrots come in many colors, but like carrot, they were like dirty, not the way they look now. They have made it more appealing to sell more. And 3 meals a day, that's not a thing. They just did that to, look at bug out. Remember they made that pyramid of food? I don't know when I was in school. Well, it turns out they know now that that pyramid that was just propaganda to sell milk, eggs, whatever, which you should help farmers and you need all that stuff, but you don't need to eat breakfast. Like, that's not a thing that has been time in memoriam. People in Egypt wasn't waking up to bacon and eggs. The Crusades, the motherfuckers wasn't waking up for first, second, and eighth breakfast. They didn't do that. They had lunch, which makes sense. Around 10:30, 11 o'clock, you could say that's lunch. Whatever. Like, I don't know. But you're not supposed to really like eat like that heavy in the morning. I've been trying to do a lot of research into like the old school ways, like the stuff our grandmas told us to do, and eat and whatever. some of them wives' tales is actually, based in real horticulture sciences. Like aloe does help the body. Like you know what I mean. Like they knew stuff. They wasn't stupid. you know that's why the FDA was created, so that if they had to approve what could be FDA approved or not, sold or prescription by a doctor, because a lot of the doctors' um, prescriptions had nothing to do with buying medicine, with buying drugs that they had. It's very much rooted in naturalist, horticulture, and they used propaganda. By the 90s, you were goofy if you fucked with natural way. Like, what you mean you ain't doing chemotherapy? What you mean you going on an African safari or something? Who? I don't know. You going to South America to see a shaman? That probably wasn't any better, but I could understand. I could understand. Hold up. I'm sorry. Y'all talking and I'm over here fall. Oh, these. It's the iron on the plant with the green veins. Cheers. Oh, cheers, Dr. T. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Levy. My bad. I can't see you. I can't see the screen. Thank you. All right. The one with the green veins. Oh, my experiments. The two in the corner. I hope that's what you're talking about. Yeah, that they're like yellowy or whatever. Yeah. They turned like that when I started feeding them. I was just I was feeding all my other plants, and then there was like a puddle on top of the washing machine, and I would just put the cups there while I put everybody away. And by the time I came back, the whole puddle be gone. So much that I would touch the cup at the top, and it'd be like a sponge, like it got wet all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Sucked up. You know what I'm saying? Then, it was just that's the way I did it. And then towards the end, that one time I fed it from the top, that bitch turned yellow. That was 2 days ago. And yeah, she's not liking it. She didn't like it. Apparently, she didn't like pH water and ppm. She likes it when it's through other plants first and gets washed out through them, and then she gets they run off. I don't know why, but that's what she like. Um, I hear, yeah. Then nobody can see you. You're good. I could block the camera, but I'm gonna put you on. Nobody can see you. I'm about to punch her. You walk back. Well, she passed. Don't tell me again. Oh, okay. Ay, Dios mío. And she had brain cancer for a while. Diablo. I would imagine she's not consolable. Kind of like my mother. Whenever we talk about Carmen, and she don't want to do chemo no more, because she's not. She's being selfish. She's thinking my sister, my friend. She's not gonna be around no more. But she's not understanding quality of life. She don't want to live in a bed, mom. She wants to die with dignity in her living room, smoking her medicine, not going driving to get poisoned. I don't think she's really taking that into account. But I don't. That's why I don't call my mother. That's why I try to love her from afar, because I'm kind of abrasive, and I guess I'm a dick. I guess I'm a dick. Uh, yeah, my bad. I have to kill that because we was about to get mad echoes. I'm sorry. There's a key to everything. Yeah, I saw those keys too. I have no idea what that means. I guess we'll get there, right? Yeah. Let me kill this motherfucker. That would be me. I bet. Yeah, I'm about to punch out, man. My lady came downstairs. I'm gonna bullshit with her and shit like that. And I opened the box, right? I showed some plants, and we pontificated about the universe. I think it was a well-rounded show. Maybe next time I'll stay close to the computer and actually be able to bring motherfuckers up. But peace and love, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. If it wasn't for you guys, I would just be screaming into the ether, which I do anyway when I'm alone with my plants. But I don't feel like I'm screaming into the ether because, you know, they're sentient beings in their own way. They definitely giving out a vibe, a frequency. I heard that if you put copper in the ground or something, they feed off that and they grow good. Frequency is real as fuck, man. You know, stay plugged in, stay tapped in, man, and have a great rest of the day. I'll talk to y'all at the next live for sure. Peace and love.